Hey guys, so today we are going to be learning about the point slope formula. And this is used to write an equation of a line when we are given a point, x1, y1, and the slope, which if you recall is m. So our formula is going to be y minus y1 from the point that we're given equals m, which is our slope, times x minus x1, which is from the point we are given, okay? Alrighty, so take a look at that formula, make sure you are okay with it, and now we are going to try to do our very first example, alright? So we are given our point 4 and 1. So 4 is our x1 and 1 is our y1. Okay, so we are just going to write y minus, and then our y1 is that 1, and then our equal sign, and it says that our slope is 2, which is our m. So I'm going to write, 2, sorry. And then parentheses x minus, and then our x1 was 4. Oops, sorry, caps are flying everywhere. Okay, so are you okay with where I got everything? So the y, you just copy it down. The minus sign, you copy it down. The 1 came from our y1, which it told us right there. Our equal sign, we copy it down. Our 2 came from our slope, which is our m. Then we copy down the parentheses and the x and the minus. And then our x1 we got from our point, which was 4. Okay, and then you end your parentheses. All right, and so now we are just going to simplify. Okay? All right, so the very first thing we have to do is distribute our 2. Okay? Because remember, PEMDAS. There's nothing we can simplify in our parentheses. We don't have the exponents. So next is multiplication. We can multiply 2 times the x and 2 times the negative 4. So I'm just going to rewrite y minus 1, just rewrite it, equals 2 times x will give me 2x, and then 2 times negative 4 will give me negative 8. And I have to get y by itself, so I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So then my 1's will cancel here, and I'll be left with y equals 2x does not combine with the 1 because they are not like terms, so you just rewrite 2x, and then negative 8 plus 1 will give me negative 7. And that's your answer. You okay with that? Alright, let's try the next one, okay? So, we have our x1, and we have our y1. And our slope is 1/2. Okay? So, y minus, what number is it going to be? Hopefully you said 4. Equals, what goes next? Our slope of 1/2, and then parentheses x minus, and then our x1, which is 2, end parentheses. Okay, so that's how we set it up, and now we get to simplify. Okay, so what do I need to do first in order to simplify? Well, what did we do in that previous problem to simplify first? Right, we distributed our 2 first. So I need to distribute my 1/2 first. So I'm going to just rewrite y minus 4 equals, and then 1/2 times x is just going to be 1/2 x. And then 1/2 times negative 2 is going to give me -1. Alright, and then I need to get y by itself, so I need to add 4 to both sides. My 4's cancel, so I'm left with y equals 1/2 x. -1 plus 4 gives me a +3. And that's our answer. You okay with that? Okay. Let's try number 3. So I have my x1 and my y1 and my slope, which is my m, is 2/3. Okay, so just going to rewrite it. We have y minus, well, what's my y1? It's 0. So we're just going to put that 0 down, equals, what's my slope? 2/3, parentheses, x minus, and then what's my x? -6. Okay? Alrighty, this time, is there something I can do inside of my parentheses? Absolutely. That negative inside of our parentheses right here will become a positive. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite my equation. So y minus 0 gives me just y equals 2/3 x, and then that negative becomes +6. Okay? Now I know I have y equals, but I'm still not done. And why is that? Because I'm able to simplify. So you are not allowed to have parentheses in your equation. You have to simplify. So what do I need to do to get rid of those parentheses? Good. I'm going to distribute, just like we've been doing. Whoops. Okay, so y equals 2/3 times x is just going to give me 2/3 x. And then 2/3 times 6. Well, if you're not sure, just go ahead and write it out. So that's what we're going to do. 2/3 times 6. Okay? Alright. And remember, when we multiply a fraction times a whole number, we are just going to multiply your numerator times the whole number. So 2 times 6 is going to give me 12 over 3. Can 12 over 3 be simplified? Absolutely it can. So y equals 2/3 x, and then 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. And that's your answer. You okay with that? Alrighty, I want you guys to try 4 through 6. Okay, give them a try. So pause the video and try 4 through 6. You are pausing the video now. Right now. Okay, hopefully you have just paused your video and you have worked out 4 through 6. So now I am going to go through 4 through 6. Okay, but I'm going to go through it a little bit faster and without so many colors in my first step, because that's a lot of effort to click and unclick so many pens. Alright, but I will still label a couple of things. So remember, this is your x1 and your y1. Okay, so I'm going to have y minus a -1 equals -3 over 4 times x minus a -8. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change all of my minuses to pluses. And then I'm going to distribute my 3/4. Whoops, this is supposed to be a minus because of that minus right there. So -3 times 8 is going to give me -24 over 4. If you noticed, I skipped this step and went straight to this one. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to simplify a little bit. And then negative 24 divided by 4 is going to give me negative 6. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. So y will equal negative 3/4 x minus 7. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm not going to label x and y this time because I think you guys have got it. Or at least I hope you do. So y equals, not y equals, wow. Y minus negative 3 equals negative 1 times x minus 4. So y plus 3 equals negative 1 x minus 4. Y plus 3 equals negative x plus 4. Subtract 3 from both sides. Y equals negative x plus 1. Okay. Again, I'm not going through all of the steps this time because you should have gotten all of the steps through 1 through 3. Okay. These are just for you to check your answers and to see which step you might have messed up on. Okay. Alrighty. So for the next one, y minus negative 9 equals 4 times x minus 0. Oops, sorry. Okay. And then y plus 9 equals 4 times x. Y plus 9 equals 4x. Subtract 9 from both sides. And y equals 4x minus 9. Alrighty, so that is the front page. You guys okay with that? If you are not, make sure that you ask me questions, okay? That's what I'm here for. But please actually try to watch the video, okay? Alrighty, so I'm flipping to the back. And now we are going to talk about how to write a linear expression given 2 points, okay? So I'm actually going to stop this video so I can create a whole new video talking about this, okay? So I'll see you guys in a second.